if you're Japanese like me, you may find it difficult to understand spoken English. In a nutshell, listening is so hard. When it comes to the TOEFL, it's even more accurate. Many people take the test and they leave the test center saying they didn't understand anything in the listening section. But is it true when they say they didn't understand anything in the listening section when they listen to a 5-minute lecture? I doubt it. Because it is impossible not to understand anything while you listen to a 5-minute lecture. For 5 minutes, you didn't understand anything? That's impossible. But still, they are under the impression that they didn't understand anything. Why? Because they always pay attention to what they didn't understand. And this is another dimension of what I call perfectionism. They always want to know what was not heard, but at the test center, forget about it, it doesn't work. Instead, focus on what is clearly heard. That's where you can find the answer to the question, and there's no answer, so be it. You cannot recall what you didn't hear. This psychological paradigm shift, as it were, will make you feel like you are good at listening because you'll always understand spoken English, so long as you pay attention to what is clearly heard. If you can do this, you can get 22 out of 30 in the listening section, but there's a big caveat. When you practice, that's another story. But when you practice, focus on what you didn't understand. Focus on what you didn't hear well. That's what you practice. That's what practice means. But in the actual TOEFL test or everyday life, forget about it and focus on what is clearly heard. If you miss a couple words or sentences, it doesn't affect your overall understanding. But if you stick to what is not clearly heard, you'll be in trouble deep. You'll end up saying, I didn't understand anything.